We are now joined by DeAnna Bennett. Luke Kelly, we'll start with you.
It's Luke from Empire Universe Media.
Oh, hello.
First off, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. It feels good to win again.
Well, and you certainly did in the rematch. But prior when we talked, you talked about wanting to get that finish. Are you still satisfied with the win?
Oh, no, not at all. The fact that, excuse me. Go ahead and pull that out my nose real fast. That's disgusting. The fact that it was the 29s, 28s, and I didn't get that finish, it's not the performance that I'm happy with at all. There's a lot of things that I didn't do, and I don't want to look at my coaches right now because the little mean ones mean mugging me because I didn't do necessarily what he told me to, and so I'm pretty sure he's going to beat me with the pad later. But it obviously it feels good to get that win, but it's not the performance that I want, and it's not indicative of how I am as a fighter. And so, yeah, I am kind of down on myself. A couple shots of tequila should fix my mood, but I'll be back in the gym on Monday, working to make the next one better.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tyler.
Congratulations on the win. Did Justine Kish do anything different because it was such a short period of time that you guys have fought?
Yeah, the last fight she actually engaged more. It was, she had I guess you could call it a smart gameplay. She didn't want to rush in because she knows that that's what I'm looking for, because I wanted to take her down and I wanted to do what I did to her last time. But it was kind of frustrating because she just kind of sat on the outside and just kind of stood there and didn't want to engage. And it's really hard to fight a fighter who just kind of like stands at a distance. And so you see me a couple times, I'm like, all right, come on, let's go. And she did the same thing back. And I'm like, no, but I'm actually moving forward. So come on, guys. Like, I thought we were here to fight. Like, let's go. And, when she pushed forward, she punched me, hence the blood in my nose right here, which also I'm not happy about. But I mean, kudos to her. She fought well. She fought better than the first time we fought, but it doesn't matter how many times we fight. I'm always going to have my hand raised, and for the love of everything, please let me fight somebody new in the next fight. I'm looking at the champ. I'm looking above. Like, please, like twice in a row, we good. We're settled. Let's go for a different one.
Yeah, and just one last question for me. What was that heading Big John's head about?
So if you've ever watched any of my fights, starting with Invicta, I used to always pat Laura Sanko's face, and it was just a thing. And I mean, Big John's not Laura Sanko, but I mean, he's a pretty man, so we'll pet him too.
Thank you so much, and congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Luis.
Ooh.
Hello, DeAnna.
Hello.
My friends from MVP. Congratulations on your win.
Oh, thank you.
You told us that you're in your prime and still going. 3-fight winning streak. You told us on media day that you have the Carmucci rematch in the back of your mind, especially now that she's the champion.
Uh-huh.
What's on the back of your mind now for the next one?
Well, it's not on the back of my mind anymore. That's the first thing on my mind. It was in the back of my mind because Justine was the first thing in the front of my mind, and now that's over with. And so my next fight, I want that title. I want Liz Carmouche. I want that belt. I'm bringing that belt back to Philly with me. Me and my team, we work hard every day, and I'm so happy that the team over at Daniel Gracie's let me be part of their team, because I'm just a little weirdo and I just kind of weaseled my way in, and now they're stuck with me. And so I want to bring that Bellator belt back to them, and so then maybe they won't kick me out when I'm a weirdo. I'm looking at you, John.
Third time was the charm for the rematches you considered. How happy are you with that fact?
Being on a 3-fight win streak is great. I started my career off on a really high note. I went 8-0, and then I hit a really big skid. And honestly, like I said before, I feel like I'm in my prime right now. I feel like this right here is the best version of myself. And I feel like every day I'm in the gym, I'm working to get better. I feel like I didn't fully get to show that in this fight. And, they can't all be perfect. But I'm looking forward to fixing what I did wrong and fixing what I didn't do in this fight and making sure I do it in the next one and then the one after that. And I'm looking to have a long career, and I'm excited to keep fighting.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
on
you.
your win. And I expect that Spanish voice now that you promised.
Oh, trust me, I have not forgotten about that. So I'll make sure that gets sent to you before the end of the night, 100%.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Raul.
What's up, Vitamin D?
Oh, hi.
Omar here. I just wanted to ask real quick, what were the feelings like when you're hearing the judges' scorecards being read? Because no doubt you had a dominant first round, but maybe those second and third rounds were a little bit controversial.
I really wasn't happy hearing that 29 when it first came out because, she landed some strikes, but I still had the cage control. I still controlled the grappling exchanges. I feel like I still landed the more dominant shots. And so, Mr. Judges, I'm not sure what I did to make you upset, but I don't necessarily agree with that. And, but again, that's on me. I could have done more. I could have made it more dominant. And so I don't like hearing that 29-28, and my face shows a lot, shows my feelings, so I'm pretty sure you could read it on my face because I was like, oh, we're doing that now. All right, that's an interesting one. So, but I wasn't happy about that, and there's, again, no one to blame but myself, though. You leave it to the judges, and the judges will score it the way they see it, whether it's right or not, and so I knew that, and I wanted that finish, and I didn't get it, and we're going to work harder next time in the fight.
Definitely. So heading into the third round, I would think most people had it 1-1. What message is your corner giving to you?
Well, my coaches pretty much say the same thing to me, and I'm sorry for what I'm about to say. Usually it's a, listen, motherfucker, go, motherfucker, something along those lines. It's something like, do something, motherfucker. Am I wrong? Don't look at me like that. Exactly, right there. Do it, motherfucker. So, I hear that a lot, and that's kind of the message. So I'm sorry I said that multiple times, but, I've said a lot worse in interviews, so motherfucker's not that bad.
And last one for me, I just want to know, how are we going to celebrate this win? I know we're not completely satisfied with the performance, but a win's a win, right? We got to celebrate.
So I'm not going to lie, and I probably should admit this because we're still in the venue right now, but I had my cornerman smuggle in a whole bunch of margaritas in a can, and you better believe before I even change, I'm cracking one of those open, and I'm going to have my fist full of tequila because it's Fisting Friday, so I'm not sure how you take that.
Jay?
Thanks very much. I'm not touching that one, but this is kind of an interesting situation where you were fighting her back to back. She took a fight in between. So when you were prepping for this, were you looking at your first fight with her? Were you looking at the Alima fight?
All of the above. I hate watching my fights, but I sat down with my coaches and watched it. I watched our fight. I watched Alima's fight. I watched it live. I watched it after fact. Part of being a professional is doing the legwork and watching tape and doing everything that you can to have the advantage in the fight. And so, we watched it all. It's what we do.
And I think you had a few words between you at the end of the fight there. Just wondering if you could shed some insight on that. Was it about the weight miss that she apologized for that? Or?
Yesterday at the weigh-ins, we talked about that, and I understand, and I don't believe that she did it maliciously. I don't know the circumstances behind that, but she was apologetic for it, and so I'm not going to hold that against her at all. We were just chit-chatting. Like I'm not in this sport. I don't have like a vendetta against anyone in the cage against me. I'm not like, I hate you, I want to rip your face off, because it would probably come across just how I said it right there, even if I did try and take it seriously, because I'm not that person that can shit talk and do that kind of stuff. Like, was I upset that I had to fight her twice in a row? Yeah, I may have had some choice words, but that's when the true Hispanic in me comes in. And you can ask my teammate Chanel, when I found out that I had to fight her again, she was like, I'm afraid, because I just started laughing uncontrollably, and I had just like, I'm like, are you kidding me? And just laughing, and like I said, that's the full Hispanic in me that's just like, all right, to use the words of my coach, all right, motherfucker, looks like this is what we're doing. So there we go. But
You
yeah.
definitely don't seem like an angry person, but
Oh,
I'm
no.
curious, you made the comment post-fight about always getting yelled at. Is that just a comment about trolls on the internet, or is that your team giving you grief? What's the origin there?
No, just all of the above. Just because I'm a weird, awkward human that does a lot of ridiculous things. And so I think the number one thing that people say to me is like, come on, DeAnna, what's wrong with you? Like, pull your head out of your ass. What are you doing? Come on, snap into it. And it's just how I live my life. Like, my coach got really mad because I said fisting Friday. And so if you saw his face, he's like, are you kidding me? Did you really just say that? And yeah, I said it again. They're really mad, and I'm pretty sure they're going to leave me behind today.
Well, you know what? Awkward is working. You're on a 3-fight win streak, so congrats.
Thank you so much.
Ken?
Hey, congratulations on the win, Kay Williams for Ken Chronicles Media.
Hello.
Was it a strategic game plan tonight for you to really lay a heavy body on Kish and to kind of wear her down? And also, how motivating was your corner tonight and tonight's win?
The game plan was to really sit on my strikes and then to use my base, which is wrestling. I try to showcase a lot of the striking that I've been doing. I've been working really hard with my team in Philly on that. I wasn't really able to show too much of my wrestling. I got the first round, which is great, and I wanted that finish, and then I kind of tweaked my shoulder, which was an injury that I unfortunately had just towards the end of camp, and so I was a little weary about doing other takedowns and stuff just because I didn't want to risk it, try and do what I can. But my coaches having them in, I think that's why I put so much pressure on myself coming into this fight, because after my last fight, between then and now, I actually uprooted and I moved to Philly. I was cross training over there already, and just some stuff happened, and I just got all weird. Sorry, almost cried. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna be a girl right now, because they're looking at me and it makes it uncomfortable. But it just means the world to me that they let me be part of the team. It's such a special team there in Philly, and like I said, I'm just like a little weirdo, and I don't know why I'm crying. I'm sorry. But every day I go to the gym, and I'm just so incredibly happy to be there, and the fact that they put up with me and let me be a part of their team. And so I wanted this win because I didn't want to let them down. I didn't want to. They had such a built team family, and the fact that they welcomed me in, you have no idea how much it means to me. And I've had so much happen in this camp, and having them around me actually helped me out so much. The thing I love the world, my dog died like a month ago or something like that, and it felt like my world like crashed in. But having the guys there and all the team around me, actually, it helps so much. Like, I feel like they're my family, whether they want to be or not. I don't know, I'm kind of a black sheep of my family, so maybe it is what it is. But I don't know why I'm crying, and I'm sorry. I went from really happy to I don't know what's happening right now. I don't cry that often. Shut up, John. I don't cry that often. But like I said, it means the world to me to be able to have them and to be part of that community, and I'm so grateful for it every single day. They're definitely something special with the team and the family there.
Thank you, DeAnna, for your time.
Thank you. I'm sorry for crying.